Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Crappens and holi-GAY's crossover event as we continue to recap Candy-Coated Christmas on Discovery Plus. I'm Ben, that's Ronnie, there's Jake, there's Matt. We're all here together. We're just going through it, you know?
Candy-Coated Christmas, Candy-Coated Christmas, Bounce Bitch.
Yes, and before we resume it, of course, don't forget to visit our respective websites, watchforcrappens.com and realitygays.com, and you'll get links to our live shows. And in fact, all 4 of us are going to be together in New York City the same weekend. It'll be the Crappies, and then the very next night, Reality Gays in New York City. So, I mean, come on, y'all have to come join both shows.
Oh yeah, party time, baby!
Party time, and nothing says a party like Christmas.
So we have been recapping Candy-Coated Christmas. This is part 3, okay? And we are right in the middle of a dinner that this family has made this girl sit through. So they're trying to talk her into coming to this big Christmas party, and then they're asking her what marketing is, which I think is really funny. And she's like, "We sell an experience." You fucking put hotel ads in newspapers. Shut up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when someone says we sell an experience, they need to be punched in the face.
Yeah,
that goes across the board.
Or unless you're a hooker or a stripper.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. Sex worker, then you do. Yes, you do.
That is true. That is the exception.
That is good for you. Yes.
Yeah, but otherwise, if your dick's not out, shut up. Is basically what we're saying.
It's a good rule for life.
Molly's like, well, you know, my dad wanted me to check this place out and everything looks great, so now I'm going to go to Hawaii, okay? And Kim's like, oh, honey, you're not going to Hawaii. Just look outside. And Molly's like, oh, my God, someone has a huge hole in their Coke bag. She's like, that's snow, honey. That is snow.
That is snow. But it's not filling.
So Kim is so manipulative. She then takes Molly and puts her in her mother's room, and also does the thing like, oh, I think it's still here. Oh, look, here are all her hides, and I definitely did not write these in on the wall this afternoon when you showed up at my door.
She's like, it's a little faded. No, it is fine.
And again,
it is not faded at all.
The Home Goods Ross tchotchkes in this. No one decorates a bedroom like this.
I don't like this dissing Ross and Home Goods. Okay, we're gonna.
But also,
I can take it once or twice, but
this was a spare room that was unoccupied. This is a room that was unoccupied, and no one was in there until I wasn't even thought of putting someone in there until about 5 minutes ago. And yet they're running their electricity bill through the roof. This room with all these lights and decorations. She's like, I'm just gonna decorate an empty room that no one's gonna be in.
Ronnie is so right too. This place looks filthy.
And it looks filthy.
And you know this is not a real spare room because everyone piles all the shit you don't have room for in your spare room. And this is way too clean. There should be
there's
suitcases
no
on the
1990s
bed.
stair climber.
But I agree.
Right?
You know, Kim was like, she saw the sheet. She's like, okay, I'm going to run upstairs. And she's like, I'm going to write Sarah. And this bitch is going to believe this was her mom's room.
She's like,
that was
wait a minute.
Peloton room up to 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
My mom wasn't
There should
5'6".
be an old sewing machine. All of it.
Yeah, she's like, my mom was 6 feet tall. Why does it say 5'6" here?
Well, I will tell you, by the way, I will tell you why there's not all sorts of crap in that room. Because if you remember from the exterior shots of this house, this is a huge house that only 3 people who can't afford it are living in. And you know where their money is going? Just utilities. What are they doing in this house?
Just to heat this?
Why is it?
But also, can we talk about what a monster Kim is? Because I'm surprised Kim did not murder this girl. Because, Kim, really, you didn't know that it was going to snow and close down the roads? You don't watch the weather? You know this family, all they do is watch the fucking weather. It's that kind of family, right? You totally tricked her
you
into
need to
staying
get
for
out
dinner.
before you need to get out before dinner.
That's the only app that my Aunt Peggy knows how to use on her phone is the weather app.
The weather app.
K12. That's how she gets it. Mm-hmm.
You know that they watch the weather all day, and they are keeping here on purpose.
Yeah.
So then, of course, Noah and Kim are talking about her. And Noah's like, do you think she came all this way for a tour of my greenhouse? That's sweet. Can't wait till I show her the G chord on a guitar.
Shut your mouth, son. I've got this handled.
Noah, you ignorant slut.
Yeah.
She's like, there, my dull, dumb son. Take this blanket up to her and just try to like, connect with her.
Mama's got this in the bag. If you fuck her tonight, we'll be fine.
You've got it. If you dick her down, Christmas is gonna come.
Get her emotionally attached.
Exactly.
So he's like, fine, I'll take her this blanket, but we both know why she's here. And from the smell of her breath, it's not the mint.
He's like, we both know why she's here. She got lost on the freeway. She's like, oh God, you are dumber than I thought.
Can I just say too that this whole movie is triggering, especially with the brownie bites, because this is just an acid reflux nightmare. I couldn't eat anything they're offering here. Mint is terrible, and chocolate. And so every time I know that I'm in my 40s now, but every time they said that, I felt like they should put Zantac ads in this thing.
I know, but you are one of those people also who just won't listen to real answers. You're like, sugar, why do I have acid reflux? Are you eating late at night? Yeah. Okay, well, don't eat late at night.
So
no, you're like, no, that's what I like to eat. Okay, well, are you eating like tomato sauce and garlic? Yeah. Okay, well, don't eat that. I love that. I'm going to eat that. Then you're like, ow, my heartburn. Ow, acid reflux. Ow.
Ronnie just read me for fucking filth.
I told him he had acid reflux for 10 years, and he wouldn't even listen to him. And then he finally got diagnosed from the doctor. He wouldn't even tell me. I had to drag it out of him.
Ronnie has a different tone than you do, Poodle.
Absolutely not.
Mine was actually much ruder, but somehow more loving. It's not weird.
No,
Scott is very much like Noah in this situation, like denying reality, but also like not putting the pieces together.
Excuse me, I got to go save an animal.
yeah. He's like, I got a couple of dogs in my car. You're not supposed to just leave dogs in the car in the middle of the winter, Noah. Okay.
This movie was missing a gay best friend, and it was missing a cute dog.
It was actually.
That's
I'm surprised
true.
actually.
Those are
the
like
actor is like very much about dogs that he didn't like request.
There were no pets at all.
Maybe it costs to probably have a dog wrangler, or
Probably,
a wrangler.
yeah.
So Molly's on the phone. She's now like in this chic little satin robe, despite the fact that she's freezing her ass off, and she's like. It's freezing and it's tiny, but the people in the city are like really nice. And like one of them was like friends with my mom, gross. And there's like mint everywhere. The whole town smells like mouthwash. I'm like, mouthwashes. We want things to smell like mouthwash.
I know.
Good. Mint is not an
Halitosis.
objectionable. She somehow images in her mind that mint is an objectionable odor.
Yeah.
And
She's not
there's
gonna get a lot of
everything is
co-signing.
mint scented.
I know. I've literally never heard of this hatred of mint before. And she's like, it's really gross here, but the people are nice, I guess, and that dumb smiling because I'm not educated well enough to know there are other emotions kind of a way. So how are you doing, Dad? He's like, did you get a mint on your pillow?
And then Dad says, hey, by the way, you're there for one purpose and one purpose only. You got to sell this house because, by the way, shit's going worse here. There's no money. And then she says a line that totally took me out of the movie because no one says this in real life. But she said, way to raise the stakes, Dad.
I know. I was like, oh, shut up.
I'm
That was
like-
it was again another wink thing. Like
Y'all,
they were,
Yeah,
only
it totally
people that
was.
say
They
that
got
in
a
real
note.
life are
They-
LA people.
they got
Yeah.
a note that said we need to raise the stakes here.
I know.
So
The improv coach they had spell check this movie was like, guys.
they also got like a note. They're like, wait a second, we just realized the movie could end right here if she just sells the house to them. So can we like build in something why they can't sell the house to them? So she's like, I'm going to sell the house to them, and he's like, well, you can't. Because unfortunately they're behind on their rent. So now we've set up this movie where she has to kick them out, but they're also like gonna also be leaving. Anyway,
They're
'cause they
also
can't afford
like
it, so-
broke.
they're also,
Yeah.
They're
like-
broke. This is where we find out they're broke, which automatically infuriated me. Not because they're broke. I mean, like, I get it, but just all the money that they were spending
Yes,
and stuff.
excessive amounts of
So
money.
then Noah knocks, which thankfully is free. It's like the first free thing that Noah's done in this film. So he comes in and he's like, sorry to interrupt, but I brought you a blanket that hasn't been washed in 6 years, because it's cold outside. So
You mind if I install a ring cam on your door here?
Yeah.
Noah, stop spending the money.
he just pushes her off the bed. She's like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, I was saving you.
Yeah.
I was saving you right now.
So now she finally realizes that he's really hot because now she's gone from like, ew, now she's looking at him like, oh my God, take me right here on this elf, right?
And it came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere. Now she loves Noah. What the hell? You just hated him and all of his carbs.
She's already very bipolar about Christmas. I don't know why. Yeah, she's starving. It's hunger.
She only had 2 green beans for dinner, okay?
Yeah.
I know, and he's got to smell like protein. I mean, just look at him.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Just creatine and male growth hormone, human growth hormone.
It's like excreting meat when he walks in there.
And she does
that like pork in here.
She does that thing where like she says his name because he's like, okay, well, good night. And she goes, good night, Noah. It's like, oh, she said his name. She acknowledged his presence.
Yeah. That basic name really gets me going.
Have some beautiful dreams and sleeping times and dreams fun times.
Yeah. So the rooster wakes her up. If that ever fucking happened, your rooster is dead. I'm telling, and I'm a vegetarian. I'll still kill that fucker. How dare
my
you?
question is, where was it, and why was there? I can't imagine there's no chicken house.
No, we've never seen a farm. We've never even seen like when she pulled up a rooster running like out of the way of the car, just an establishing shot.
There's no. It's like the house. If I remember, in the establishing shot was sort of like surrounded by mountain a little bit. Like there's no pasture,
and there's no reason to have a rooster if you don't have other hens. There's just it's
a
cheaper.
farm.
It's cheaper than an apple clock.
Farm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Got it.
So, someone's reading their phone. Oh, she gets a buzz on her phone, and it's Patrick. He's like, "Oh, hi, it's Patrick. Sorry to miss you. Buzz, it's Patrick again with Peppermint Realty. Buzz, Patrick, call me back. It's Patrick.
I missed you one time, lady. One time. I need this sale.
I need it so badly that I'm gonna text you almost a full day later, and then not stop texting you.
I just bought an organ for me to play at my church, and I'm broke.
Actually, I think this was a very realistic touch because there are those people that, like, when you text, be like, hey, I'm looking to, like, patch a hole or something like that. Can you come? And they don't respond. And then all of a sudden they realize, oh, you could be business. And then they text you incessantly.
Like constant,
Okay.
You missed your chance.
This is so timely because I just called someone. I cleaned out my garage because I have to put all of our fucking merch in it. And so I cleaned out our garage, and there's shit I needed picked up. And it literally is like a grinder hookup. You're texting like 8 or 10 people.
Yes.
And so finally, like 3 people contact me back. Yeah. One person actually comes. It ended up being this like young, like gay twink. And I was like, I'm gaying it forward. I'm giving him $100 to take shit away. Anyway, but the one guy who didn't respond texted me that night and said, hey, bro, you up? You still need your stuff picked up? And I was like, this is 11 o'clock at night. And I said, no, I'm good. I said, no, I'm good, thanks. And then he texted me and said,
over to me.
Then he texted me and said, $10 for some ciggies. And I went, what?
Oh, girl,
and I said, no, thanks. And then 2 days later, he texts me again at like midnight and says, $10 for cigs.
What is happening?
Oh my god!
Wait, and then did he text you the next night to be like brownie bites? Brownie bites?
Brownie bites.
Sorry, I just went on gay DD. But
$10
a whole
for
pallet of mint. Got a whole
pallet. But also, y'all, why? Okay, so we accept y'all. Molly goes down to breakfast, and Kim and everybody's cooking. Almost knocked over Mike. Kim and them are cooking breakfast.
An entire cast iron skillet of bacon, like a pound
smorgasbord
of just
so
like
much
2
bacon.
pigs, 2 pigs worth. But so Molly says, I got up, and she's like, you're up early. And she's like, Kim's like, well, we slept in late. And she's like, 6:30. And I went, wait, the realtor was texting you at 6:30 in the morning? This makes no sense.
No wonder
we don't get up till 11.
No wonder he needs like a 5-hour break in the middle of the day.
He's tired.
Yeah.
So, but so this family is doing that annoying thing where like we're all awake at 6:30 and we're all fully dressed and we're
Christmas
very
lights are all on.
We've
And
already
that's
cooked up
a lie.
huge meal. We're not eating cereal and milk and saving a little bit of money. We're doing a full meal.
There's like your stove has an actual griddle on it. I mean, it's like
Dakota. There's no way a teenage girl is getting up at 6:30 and who's not wearing like a hoodie and going, "Shut up, mom."
Yes.
Well, also just when you're unemployed, like why the fuck would you? You know,
Also,
I just don't buy it.
Who puts a string of lights on their oven range? That's not safe. That's
it's
not
not.
safe.
But I like the whole development of Dakota, the teenager, because now that they've got Molly in the house and Dakota knows that she's met Leo DiCaprio, who's some famous person, even though Molly
she's
don't
never
know,
heard
or
of.
even though
Yeah.
Dakota's never heard of it. Dakota is now like, I'm an adult, and she can't get Coke from Molly. Well, maybe she could, but so she starts drinking coffee.
I know. She's
That's
like, I kind
the
of like
big
sugars
thing.
in it, though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this was written for a 10-year-old girl.
It really was written for a 10-year-old
It
girl.
is. I kept.
This
all the
girl's
dialogue
this
feels so weird.
Orphan Girl is related to someone in this movie.
So yes. So now we have a bunch of. Now we have a moment that's like very screenwritery, meaning that this doesn't make any sense why any of this happens. So
No.
Noah is like, I gotta check on the greenhouse. So he goes out there, and Kim is making a whole bunch of pancakes because why not make 30,000 pancakes for 3 people? And then she goes, oh, I need to check on Noah in the greenhouse. Like, why?
Yeah.
And so then she's like, oh, you just take care of these pancakes. Which is like, you're leaving just this stranger in charge of your kitchen. And then she just walks out. And then Molly is like, pancakes. And then she picks up a spoon to flip it. I'm like,
A spoon with a little potato on it. It's got like a little potato.
It
on
does.
it.
I'm from LA. We don't cook.
Yeah,
I don't know real
what?
life.
Yeah, so she obviously doesn't know how to really live. Like, I can't believe Molly literally can breathe. Okay.
I can't either.
Did you notice that there were only 4 pancakes at the table that were burned? Like the ones that she made were the ones that were burned, and there was a whole thing of mix sitting there.
And that they like
So
did not just
stupid.
make now is the time that they can serve. I was like, why don't you just make some more pancakes? They just
And
they
you
suffered
also
through her
have
pancakes.
plenty of food. There's like a whole bread service and bacon and eggs. You just don't eat the pancakes. Kim is like, I'm going to show all you fuckers. And she's like, I'm going to eat these burned pancakes to make
all
this
the
stupid
maple
girl.
Passive
syrup.
aggressive. By all this, like, by the way, fresh maple syrup, I believe. It was definitely not like log cabin. Like that is
No.
like the stuff that's $17.99 per tiny glass thing.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Great.
she
Great.
did
Behind.
like
You
she
better
went like
log
Luke
cabin.
in fucking Winterhouse and tapped a tree and got
This-
fresh maple syrup.
Well, I'm not getting any ass. I might as well tap a tree. So,
But
This
Molly's
breakfast
eating
was
a grape and an
$300.
apple. Molly is eating a grape and an apple, by the
which I
way.
don't
That's
even
just-
believe they had in that house. Like,
No.
none
This
of that
is-
makes sense.
This is glorifying an eating disorder at this point. What?
Well,
it
hey,
is-
listen.
It's
I
ridiculous.
always say, some people call it an eating disorder, and some people call it making an effort. Okay?
She's going to Hawaii. She knows. Although
Yeah.
those were sugary options for, a non-carb diet. But
Oh,
so
shut
then-
up! You
then
see,
Kim-
that is in L.A. That is in L.A. It was
Those
fruit.
were
That was the
sugary
wrong
options.
fruit. Oh my God! You ate a carrot. That's the sugary.
Honey, you gotta do
Apples-
berries. It's
Apples
only
are
berries.
low glycemic. You know what? I can't believe I'm saying
Not
this.
not
You know what?
comparatively, not to berries.
But you know what bothered me is that Kim then turns to her and goes, "You had one job." Like, no, that was never her job. You just
That was your
foisted it on her.
job.
That was
how
literally
about
your
you
job.
How about you get a job?
You
Kim,
were told in
lady?
the stage directions to go outside.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
That
Molly
would have made
is
more
leaving.
sense, Poodle. She would have said, "Can you finish this? The
The
script says
stage
I've got to
directions
leave."
are telling me that I need to go help
gotta
Noah
leave.
with something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna
This
take
was-
care of Foghorn Leghorn for once.
She was getting that bomb shelter ready to lock her in there because this is a kidnapping.
Her QAnon shelter.
Yes. It's like,
So-
great awakening, y'all. All right, where we go we go home, motherfuckers. Okay, so this girl is getting ready to leave, and you can tell because she's in another hideous rayon outfit. This pink jumpsuit. Girl. Rayon Esther. I don't even know if that's a thing. But it's terrible.
Well, the thing
Yeah,
is,
Esther.
this actress, she lives in Los Angeles. I looked her up and I realized we have friends in common because I think she did musicals.
Oh my God!
And-
Let's all hate tweet her.
But no, I think she did
butt.
musicals.
She
and
clearly did musicals because they gave her that
she,
moment.
yeah, she did.
We'll get to that.
But she, oh yeah, that's a great moment. She has this point. She knows how people dress, and she couldn't have gone when she saw the wardrobe. Guys, can we have another like a redo? But
Yeah.
nothing. She's not an idiot. This actress.
No.
But
Well, she doesn't dress herself, you know? It takes a village to make something this ugly.
It really does.
This costume choice. Okay, so she's getting ready to go, and Noah's like, are you sure you can make it down the steps? And so she's like, yes, I sure can. But then, of course, she can't find her keys.
And all of a sudden, we're in Get Out.
Yeah.
I think Noah took the keys, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're believing.
Yes!
Yeah, he took the keys from
This
really
is
did.
sinister.
But she's also wildly irresponsible. Don't forget she doesn't know how to do her job. And she would be kind of
That's
the type
true.
that would just sort of like throw her keys somewhere.
But they're in the house, right? Where could they be? It's like you go
I
back
thought
in the
they
house
fell
and
out
look.
The first time she fell into the snow, remember? Because she was wearing heels.
Oh.
When she fell into the snow, I
that's
thought they
true.
fell out then and then snowed on top of it. That's what I thought it was. But it actually wasn't that at all. It was just
That would have made so much sense.
Yeah. So she comes back and she rings the doorbell. There's a lot of like frequent doorbelling in this movie where like if the doorbell rings once, it's gonna ring 3 more times before the scene's over.
Right.
So she rings the doorbell and he goes, "Oh, aloha. How was Hawaii? You know what? Shut the fuck up. Her keys are missing and she's got a flight to go to, sir."
And she's like, I can't find my keys. Is this funny to you? And he's like, a little bit, just trying to save your life. And so she's like,
apologize.
she's like, well, I have to go to town and get to the airport. I have a very important errand. And he's like, okay, I'm going to town for supplies. So why don't you come with me and then we'll drive back and find your keys. How does that make any... I have to go to the airport after I run into town. Come on, movie, make an effort. This is exhausting.
And then he goes, "Let's get you out of your Barbie heels." How about let's get you out of this mint business and into something that pays the rent?
Something pays money.
Yeah. How about I take your guitar and bash it into a fire someplace? How about that?
It is the disrespect which they talk about her being in Los Angeles and the fact that they are so irresponsible in the same it's really staggering.
Okay, so then he is at the car and he's getting all the ice and snow off the windows, to which I say, why are you struggling this hard to stay in a house that doesn't have a garage? I mean, really?
Exactly.
You live in the middle of Peppermint Hollow? You have a garage?
Is it like a spare greenhouse that you can park your car in?
And he scrapes it off, but then he doesn't do a good job because he gets in the car and the window's just covered with snow. And I went, you can't see.
Get out of this death trap.
This is terrible. And that's where he finally has this moment. He's like, look, watch my mouth, and I'm going to tell you we can't pay the rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
upset about it.
He's like, thanks for not evicting us. I guess that's why you were here. And he's like, but you know what? I'm good for it. And plus, it's Christmas, right? The season of miracles. And then we get a song called "What Is It About Christmas?" and fa la 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 line.
What is it about?
This whole move. First of all, the song is atrocious. Second of all, this whole thing where he's like, "Oh, thanks for not evicting us. So we're just gonna suck the air out of this premise that she is there to evict them.
Yeah,
and that she's gonna have to break the news to them." But now he's like, "Yo, I actually already know what's happening in this movie. So we're just gonna
zero
go
stakes
or
now
something."
for that.
Yeah.
Way to lower the stakes, Dad.
So they go into town, right? And so we meet Chloe.
We meet an actual gremlin.
Chloe, who almost impacts the story.
Chloe, Chloe, a hater. Chloe is a straight up hater. Mm-hmm. And Noah's like, "Oh, hi, Chloe." And he looks nervous. Like, I just got this woman pregnant kind of nervous, you know, which I thought is what it was. And then she's just like, "Oh, hello, blonde person. Oh, do I smell quinoa? What are you, from LA? Hey, I've got somewhere else you should be. A spaghetti bowl freeway, bitch. Get out."
And Chloe's like, "By the way, thank your mom for the winter bliss," which sort of sounds like a feminine product.
It does.
And Noah's like, he's like, "Oh yeah, so every Christmas my mom makes this mint lavender blend and hands it out to her friends in town."
And Molly's like, "Oh, it's for like for everyone." No,
it's just for babies. It helps them calm down.
Just for babies.
It's like baby
babies. We're going to say this a lot. This is just for babies.
Just for babies. You're not in a baby business, are you? But I thought this was funny. I was like,
mint doesn't work on adults.
Yeah, but also like, how obnoxious is Kim that she's like, "Okay, so for 11 months out of the year, your babies are crying, but in December, I'll give you something."
In December, I'm going to make this.
Like,
It's
but
seasonal.
July 4th, the fireworks. You fuck, girl. You fuck. Also, I just have to say, Chloe's makeup looks like this is a night look by a two-faced person at Sephora that did you wrong. Her makeup is
It's
so
extreme,
dark.
yeah.
This is not small town day makeup.
I have a feeling.
Chloe came to play for sure. Like
Oh,
she was
she
giving
did.
it her all in this.
Oh,
and then
she
she's
was-
like, "Who's this?" It's like this is her look up and down. She's
She
like,
was
"Who's
leaning into
this?"
that villain role.
She is
Leaning in.
like she's taking this clip and making her manager give it to Tina Fey's people.
Well,
Yeah.
her whole thing is like, oh, I've been to the big city. You know, I've been to Cincinnati. But then this girl comes in and is like, I'm from Los Angeles. Not that I've been to a city. It's I'm from a city. So now she's like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, and she's got her dick, right? She's got Noah, so
And
Chloe
she's saying
hates her
things like,
guts.
well, I think Chloe, because she talks about a baby, Chloe is presumably married with a child. So
This is what. Thank you.
why are
Yes.
why are
Chloe
you-
By the way.
doesn't love her husband.
I
Wait,
feel like
Chloe's married?
Oh yeah, because
she has a baby. That's the winter bliss for Chloe's
Chloe
baby.
is
For her
very
baby.
unhappy.
Chloe did. So was Chloe just? Yeah, you're
Chloe
right.
is
She's-
plotting over.
she's-
No, yeah.
You're
it's
right.
the-
She does say thank you for the winter bliss, which implies that she has
She
a baby.
has
Or
a
she
baby.
Maybe her sister. You know that Chloe probably has like a codependent relationship with her sister a little bit, right?
Possibly. I
Listen,
just
this
was
is
like,
this is Peppermint Hollow. If she wasn't married with a child, they would like blindfold her and put her on a train out of town.
and Handmaid's Tale her till she.
They would.
She's
She
had,
would have
she's
been on the
had-
wall when you drove in
the
town.
butterscotch corners. So Noah's.
They sent
so
to the
then-
places for sluts.
So they're like,
And Jews.
So she's like, who's this? And he's like, oh, she's my landlord. She owns the farm. And she goes, oh, you don't look like a farmer. I'm Chloe. Noah and I go way back. Way back.
Like in the back of his car. We fucked. Okay.
Like, and that would have been better if she leaned in and said, I sucked his dick. But we didn't get that.
She's like, high school sweethearts, aren't you freezing? And Molly's like, you know what? I'm going to go run an errand.
When are you leaving again? Go! Be gone!
Yeah, so
Hold
she
on, that's on my
leaves.
side.
And then Chloe's like, oh my God, she's charming. And Noah's like, she's really nice. And she's, yeah, I mean, she's sweet. And she's definitely not from around here. I didn't think someone like her would be your type.
I can't believe a tall,
really
skinny,
did flip her
beautiful
hair.
woman with blonde hair would be your type.
I know.
If you're not watching the video, I really appreciate that even though Ronnie is shaved head, you really flip your hair when you encompass that role, and I appreciate
What
it.
is someone
Well, I
like?
used to have long hair, and I still push my bangs out of my face all the time. It's a tick. So he's like, I don't even have a type, and she goes, "That's the problem." What does that mean?
He's
fuck does that
non-committal.
mean?
That's the problem. You like
okay.
you don't
No.
you like everyone.
No, the thing is, she's to the point
Like
where
specificity.
it's to the point where she's just like her brain won't even fire for insults. It's just like she's throwing it back to him at this point.
She's just seeing red, right? And he goes, she's just my landlord. She's leaving tomorrow. So you think it's going to be something where Chloe says, oh yeah, like later on when they're like starting to date, she goes, he told me you're just his landlord and nothing else. She's like, is that true? I thought you'd like me.
You told me
thought-
I was your landlord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't.
But no.
It's just nothing.
No. So she's crushed and pouting while he walks off. So then we go to the real estate guy, and he's like, oh my God, thank God you're here. I've called you 97 times today. So you still want to sell your house? There was a line of people dying to buy in Peppermint Hollow in the middle of the winter
Just missed
at
it.
Christmas.
Just missed it.
Just missed it. So he's like, so she starts telling him about the property. He goes, oh, the Winters property? They throw a hell of a holiday party every year. Man, I get so fucking drunk. Let me tell you something. Oh, sorry. Let me stay professional.
On Winter's Bliss.
And so but I forgot that she said that. She goes, I want to keep this secret. Later, she tells him she wants to keep it secret, and he shows up at that house. Oh, my God.
No,
With
but,
a list of comps.
no, but the way we're gonna get to this, but the way she fucking hid the comps.
Yeah.
You stick in the
Come
ground
on,
in
I
the lawn.
fucking
He's
died.
like, Patrick.
That
So now,
list.
so now Noah's just loading soil into his car, even though there's no like Home Depot, and like he's just like in
No.
front of a diner, just loading soil.
Again, this is when he should be hot and like
take
he gets,
off.
warm, and he should be wearing at least
a
a
tank top. Give us a tank top, okay?
It's almost offensive the way they treated this piece of meat. We needed more.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna cast a guy like that and then take his shirt off, if not, then just hire I don't know, that guy that does the voice in Frozen of the snowman. Somebody like
Josh
that.
Gad.
Oh, God.
Josh Gad. Just hire Josh Gad.
I think I stand behind the casting of Aaron O'Connell over Josh Gad in this situation.
I agree.
Homely people, non-model people in film and TV, especially in Christmas movies, you either get married when you're 16 or you die alone.
Yep.
There is no middle ground in these movies for homely people.
So she's just asking about a hotel again. He's like, oh, winter's bed and breakfast not good enough for you. I'm like, oh, is it a bed and breakfast now, or is it just a joke? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
It was
I
a
guess
joke,
it's a
but
joke.
Not clear.
It was a joke, but he didn't believe in it enough. So it kind of seemed like they actually might own a bed and breakfast.
It's also
really
maybe
just
you
reminds
should
the
have
movie.
a bed and breakfast. You have 5 vacant
It's that
rooms.
big. It's
You're
that
joking,
big.
but you actually have an idea that could pay the rent.
I know your mom is making pancakes for ghosts right
Well,
now.
I know.
That's
Wow.
true.
She's already cooking for an entire full Holiday Inn. The woman could use some guests.
This movie really was so bad. I just missed Holiday a little bit. I actually missed that movie.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean-
This is a different kind of cognitive dissonance than that movie. Just completely.
now-
Well, this
Anyway,
this
sorry.
one's fun because it's just all about how unrealistic it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're such idiots. Of course, it's a fucking Christmas movie.
If
We're
Gollum from
what?
Lord of the Rings showed up with mint, I would believe it.
Yeah,
I would care.
Holiday was just terrible because it thought it was being so cool and clever. And it was
Yes!
just awful. And this one at least is just it's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. You
Yeah.
know, I never was
Yeah,
bored.
it's true.
horrifying me.
So-
And the core
then-
concept of Holiday made no sense.
True.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Molly's on the phone with Gracie now, and Gracie, of course, is just I'm surprised she's just not excessively vacuuming and just repainting her walls or something. What's going on? Hi, how's it going? You got the money yet? Got the money yet? Huh? She's like, Gracie, I feel terrible. I'll get the money tomorrow. She's like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. She goes, well, one way or another, we're gonna get this business going, Gracie. This business that pertains to babies, where there's no synergy anywhere else in my life with anything with babies.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even a mother, nor do I want children.
Yeah.
But the baby's crying. Very important plot point.
The baby is crying all the time, y'all. All the time.
So, Grace
Kale's
is like,
not
can't
working.
hear you. Baby is crying. So that's why God invented cabinets. Open it, put the baby in, close the cabinet door. You are on the phone.
So
Like a
so
mausoleum drawer. Just there.
Molly,
Yes.
So
a
Molly's
bread
having-
drawer.
Sorry. Molly's having this conversation outside and she's losing reception. And so we have this movie's version of what's it called? Chekhov's gun. Is that what
Yes,
it's called? Chekhov's
yes,
gun.
Chekhov's gun.
Which is if you see a gun on stage, it's going to go off, right? So this
In the
movie's
second
version
act.
is a ladder. Okay.
Yes.
So she's like,
Chekhov's
I can't hear
ladder.
you. Chekhov's ladder.
Chekhov's ladder.
So she climbs up a ladder. And she's like, huh, Jeannie or whatever your name is, Gracie, I can't hear you. I can't hear you on this precarious ladder. What could possibly happen?
Oh my God. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm getting a text. Hold on, I'm getting a text. Bloop, bloop. All flights canceled. If
All
there-
flights canceled.
must be-
All
myself
airports
back.
closed. Zombie outbreak.
But
No
actually-
airport.
Falls.
We forgot an important thing, which is actually before she falls, she decides to recap what we've seen in the movie so far. She goes, Gracie, I'm in
she
Timbuktu,
did.
Washington. Apparently, my mom left this house to me when she passed away, and if I could just sell it, I could get all my half of the investment so we can get our business going. There. It's like, well, I didn't read
Thanks.
that.
Thanks. Yay, Grace.
Also, I just fell on a ladder. Oh, shit, I didn't do that. Hold on. Send.
Coming up on my
Send.
life.
Then he takes the keys after she's fallen and goes, "Oh, found these." What the fuck?
That could be broken, sir. On your
You are
back.
a
That's a
gaslighting
ladder.
motherfucker, Aaron.
You could
And
be sued
also,
by your
he was
owner.
hiding the keys. Almost
was.
certainly. Oh,
Yeah.
it was full on getting out. Get out.
Absolutely, he was.
Yeah.
So then Gracie just hangs up because her baby's wilding out, and so
Yeah.
and so Molly is just she's just losing her mind, and so now she is shivering in a under a blanket.
Yes.
Right? Because this is the thing is that she's still cold. I think it's supposed to be like a visual representation of her
Yeah,
emotional
she got
state.
really
Yes.
cold. Yes.
Yeah. So she's cold, and Dakota is like staring at her phone.
Oh,
now.
I
My
screamed here
favorite
too.
part of the entire movie.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, she starts the fire with the phone.
Well, she says,
Click.
Molly says that she said, I can tell you're, our orphan girl says, Molly, I can tell you're cold. So orphan girl takes out her phone and presses her phone and starts the fire.
How'd you
and
do
Molly,
that?
who lives in Los Angeles, okay? Los Angeles is like, what?
What sorcery
You started
is this?
a fire with your phone? What is it? Double troil combo, whatever. And so she freaks out, and then orphan girl just goes, "Yeah, Uncle Noah fixed it. You know, that's what you learn. He's smart. He went to MIT. And I actually threw the remote across the couch and yelled, "Stop!"
Yeah, he went to MIT.
So you can connect an app to a fireplace. And that means you're smart.
No. You're confusing it with the Massachusetts Institution of Technology. This is MIT, the regional one, the Marshmallow Institute of Technology, that is funded by the Peppermint Hollow City Council.
Oh, God.
The only thing they teach is bent hydroponics and how to.
Yeah,
That's it.
That and
Mint
reindeer husbandry. That's it.
Yeah. The Mint Institute of Technology.
Yeah.
So she's she's like, anything else I can do for you? You're just so sad and cold. And she's like, maybe get me a plane ticket to Hawaii. And she says,
Rude, by the
she's like, my piggy bank doesn't have enough for that. And I believe that she has a piggy bank.
She does.
I do.
She really was meant to be 9.
So then she's like, offer some peppermint hot cocoa because somehow this girl has not realized that Molly wants to eat healthy. Why are you offering her cocoa? She ate a grape for breakfast. She ate a green bean for dinner, and now you're still trying to foist the carbs on her.
But that's what people do, isn't it? When you're like, I don't eat carbs. They're like, do you want some bread? No. Okay.
That's
I'm
what
not
my
eating.
family does back home.
Me too. My father still offers me. He's like, hey, do you want to share a steak? I'm like, Dad, it's been years. It's literally been years. You know, it's like, but what's wrong with it? I'm like, we don't need to argue about it. Okay. I don't need to have a parade about it. Just give me some brand.
He's back to teaching her about his mint farming.
Yes. Because he says, by the way, since you're stuck here, you might as well learn about mint farming.
Yeah.
God forbid someone says that to me if I'm stuck on a layover.
But like,
well. We have to say the mastermind behind it all, Kim. As he's walking in the room, Kim looks at him and says, "Fix this." So remember, she says that. So Kim has masterminded this all.
It should have been Jean Smart.
It really should have. So, question: what is this plot point supposed to do? What is the idea of him teaching her about this and her learning about mint hydroponics supposed to pay off?
This gives her the idea of creating baby products out of mint.
Right.
It makes her
this
realize.
is their big moment. They realize that they want to fuck. They realize that they could go into business. Or she realizes it because he's dumb. He doesn't realize it.
The sexiest moment of all.
Don't you know you can't say spearmint without spear? So that barely makes sense. That was like a Samantha Jones.
I enjoyed it.
So they're in the greenhouse because he's got to now be smart. And she's acting like an idiot, and he's treating her like an idiot because he's like, okay, here's how we prune mint. You go and you cut it off at the stem right above the first set of leaves. And she goes, wait, what? The first set or the second set? This mint is confusing.
I don't do manual labor.
She's like, you don't have machines for this? And he's like, why would you use machines when you have hands? Okay, well,
That
guess
is
I
a
won't be making
cringe-worthy
toast anytime
line.
soon. Like, how does that make any sense?
Sorry, I'll just light a fire and hold my toast over the flame.
Exactly. I'll just hook up my niece's phone with a machine. It's just so weird.
This is where all the boring exposition comes out of. He studied engineering. His brother died. Why did they die again? Do we know? We don't know why they died.
Oh, the brother died because he has to have the daughter, but then I guess they didn't want the daughter to be his daughter or whatever.
MIT. They're like, why would anyone who went to MIT ever come back to this town?
Well,
like, there's the daughter. But then there's also like these moments of like again, it was like, have these people never heard of mint? Because he offers her mint and he goes, why don't you try it? It's nature's toothbrush. Which, by the way, no, it's not nature's toothbrush whatsoever.
It's not.
That would
and
mean
also
you would
we have
actually
toothbrushes
brush
now.
your teeth with mint.
Yeah, and also leaves were nature's like toilet paper. Okay, and you're not going to see me outside wiping my butt with them, sir. Okay, that's not going to work for me.
And he's like, you got to chew it. It's got to get the flavor. Pretend it's kale. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting real sick of this kale agenda.
There's a lot of kale jokes. You know what? The kale lobby might sue them.
I know. Kale Town, USA.
They're gonna have a Peloton response, on Sex and the City.
When I heard the brother and the wife had some kind of, I assumed it was an auto accident because that's how everyone dies in any type of movie. I assumed it was Ree Drummond scaring them and into having a car accident because they were getting out from not eating the brownie bites.
They were just driving in the middle of the night, and she pops in with a plate of bread and going, brownie bites in the middle of the road, and they go,
and they all lose control. And so
it's just an apparition.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I had the idea. That's why I thought he might be her brother, because the bloodline is the only one who can leave after you've eaten the brownie bites. So she can leave too. So that's why I think he's her brother.
Really read.
Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now we get to know too much about his I don't know why we needed to know this, but he's like, I went to MIT because my plan was to implement hydroponic procedures to mint, and it worked great. So we tripled our output of mint, and by the time the mint was ready, our biggest buyer went out of business, and then we were stuck with a lot of mint.
That mint economy is rough.
Yeah, she's like, so you spent more than you had, and you haven't sold the extra mint off since. How long are we supposed to think that mint lasts? Are we supposed
they dry
to believe?
it, but also, Ronnie, we find out later they dry it in the grave of chocolate chip.
Horse bones make it really a secret.
Rituals to resurrect chocolate chip once a year. They can ride through town.
More than just glue, y'all. More than just glue.
Ree Drummond goes riding on the spectral horse of chocolate chip.
Oh my God.
Are you telling me there is not nary one supermarket or Whole Foods or anywhere that will take mint?
Literally everything is made with mint in this town.
No,
I would think that you could at least pay your rent by selling mint to the town.
He's only selling mint to Palmolive and the Koch brothers directly. So it's like it's only,
that's his thing. He's only a middleman. I mean, he's only a wholesaler.
Wholesale,
right?
And I went, how boring that you're describing what wholesale business is.
Is there a less sexy way to describe business than
and their lack of vision? Their lack of vision.
I mean, you're friends with B. Yes. You're friends with B, who owns a bakery.
Literally, this entire town has found inventive ways to use mint, and they cannot think of doing anything except just growing it and getting rid of it.
Have they not been to fucking Cambria where they have that what's that berry, the boysenberry they have in and it's everywhere because that's where they grow it. It's like a whole thing.
Oh, you mean olalaberry?
Get it?
Yes, okay, so now we go to the kitchen and she's looking at her phone. And, dun, dun, dun. The teen is like, Kim said there's no clear road for a few days. And she's like, I'm guessing there's not a mani-pedi place. I'm like, you just learned about how mint was made. You just learned how mint was made. You're supposed to be a changed person now.
Well, she probably just got her fingers all dirty plucking those stems. And now she's like, ew, this is gross. But I wouldn't get a mani-pedi in Peppermint Hollow. Your fingers will all look like candy canes.
No.
Yeah.
And so finally Orphan Girl is like, hey, is this where she? Oh yeah, she
want to go into town.
I want to go shopping.
I'm all up for
she says,
shopping.
She says, you want to go shopping? Yeah, Molly's like, does Santa have diabetes too? Fuck yes, I want to go shopping. Get me out of this dump.
Yeah. Okay. She just fucking like
I literally wrote down, I'm a girl.
But here's what's funny. So she's like, yes, I want to go shopping, and then it cuts to like her and Noah and Dakota walking, and now all of a sudden she's like, ew, shopping, because he's like, oh God, don't you love shopping at Christmas? She's like, ew, the lines, the people, God, shopping sucks. I was like, do you realize the scene you just wrote?
Again. I don't know why the script said, hey, how do we establish that they're shopping at Christmas? I know we decorated the town and it looks like Santa shat everywhere in every possible corner, and they're actually going to go in stores and look at stuff. Oh, we should have Noah say the very first thing. Don't you love shopping at Christmas?
Yeah.
No, so they have a little bit like stupid banter, and then Dakota. I actually like this moment because Molly had like a good, like a proper like shutdown moment like that. I believe her character would have, because Dakota goes, "Have you ever been married?" And she goes, "No, you." I was like, "Thank you, Molly.
That was
Thank
funny.
you for doing that, putting her in her place."
And she's like, but you're gorgeous and you're mostly nice. You must at least have a boyfriend. And she's like, mostly nice. Thanks, bitch. Okay. She says, let me explain something to you.
I love
Men are
this.
only interested in women who are smart and successful, and then they dump you because you're smart and successful. So
The screenwriter wrote that and went, that's beautiful. That's lovely. That's what's going to be
you
remembered
just
for this
ran your
agenda.
business into the ground.
Yeah, some
First of
woman
all.
wrote it, and then her gay best friend read it and went, fuck that Danny guy.
Yeah,
then
but
Dakota-
character-wise,
Oh my
it's
God.
like you just lost your business.
And
What are
then
you
Dakota
talking
goes,
about?
"Have you tried girls?" I was
And
like,
I just went, what?
"Where did this come from?" Like out of nowhere, just like.
Because she just mentioned the existence of same-sex relationships. And it's almost like in these movies, they don't exist. And it
this
felt
town,
so
they
transgressive for me to even to say it.
I know. We're like, we're making so much
Yeah,
progress.
don't forget
We're
Patrick
really
is
crying,
a closeted organist and a closeted homosexual, and he's
But-
not
but
out.
I'm saying-
They still
Could
fail.
you imagine a closeted organist? Like,
There's a lot of them.
he's just but I mean, he's just so ashamed of being an organist.
We know a
Don't tell
real
anyone
American
I
who
play
plays
at
the piano. So Noah goes, "Oh, excuse me, I'm off to get some adult beverages," which was also a little surprising for me. I felt like at this point, like
Yeah.
no one even touches booze in
No,
this town.
Noah's getting a beer.
Yeah, he's getting a beer. So now Molly is just asking her, like, what about you? Are any boys in your world? So Dakota tells us there's some kid named Parker who we don't even see for like 1 second at the end of the movie. Okay.
We actually even see a profile. I don't even think we get full face. So
It never pays
off. If this is SAG standards, he's not going to get a
No,
residual.
he didn't get a line. So
That was somebody's child, Patrick. I'll
Yes.
tell you that
And
much.
you know
'Cause
what?
When we finally see Patrick, he's like, "Ooh, we'll dance."
Yes, because Parker, because the woman that played Kim's probably told Parker, "This is your first SAG role. You stick with this. You're going to get residuals for the rest of your life." And now he's not going to get shit.
just lying to everyone out in that town.
Sure, lady.
I think I'm starting to go crazy with this long ass recap because I was just petting my dog and then I realized my dog's not even there. I thought he licked me, so I reached down to start petting him. He's not there. He's on the couch.
So,
carry on.
but
So-
when he was talking about this, and she's like, when she starts getting interested about talking about Parker, she's like, "Oh, really?" And as soon as she finds out this girl has like an interest in a girl, the girl has an interest in this kid, she's like, "You know, fuck my business. Fuck Hawaii. Fuck everything. I'm going to get this girl laid. That's important
Yeah.
to me."
So they become very determined to get her a dress. They go into the only boutique in town called Touche, and guess who is running
The
Touche?
gremlin.
Chloe.
Chloe owns Touche. Okay, we'll bookend this because we're talking forever about this shop. But this is, again, there is not a montage of her trying on dresses and Molly making faces of yay or nay. They just literally hold up a dress that it was the
beige.
end of the day, and the camera operator's like, "I'm just going to zoom into it, and then we'll zoom out when she puts on the dress, and it'll be like she tried it on." And they're like,
yeah.
"Great."
The dress literally looked like a sugar cone. I mean, it was just
Wasn't
like
it?
this-
Was hideous?
horrible.
It was just like this
was
weird
gross.
waffly.
And it's another piece of evidence that they wanted this character to be 9 because this was like
It
a
is,
little
yes.
this was like a little girl at church dress.
I'm
Yeah.
serious, and the girl they never expected a girl who went through puberty to do this role. You just know everything
Yeah.
felt really creepy with her too when they talked about adult things.
Yeah. So they basically we get the backstory on Chloe. She used to date in high school. She used to date Noah in high school, and she still thinks they're going to get married. But you know what? She's not his type. And she goes, "Well, what is his type?" And she's like, "Hello, look at you." So then, they find this perfect dress, and they're checking out. And so,
Don't forget the greatest quote of the movie.
Oh yeah, you're right. Give it to us.
She's like, I don't know. I don't think I'm pretty enough for that dress. It's the heart of the girl wearing the dress that makes it beautiful. I just got to say.
I hope that's not the truth because I'm just ugly as hell. Okay, I'm never going to find anything cute.
I bought an Elsa dress off of Amazon, and my heart was all in it. But I still looked like Shrek in a dress. Let me just tell you.
She did.
I looked like Lady Shrek, and I really wanted to wear it.
Molly's just like,
Shrek's
I don't
cute.
care anymore. We've looked at so many shitty dresses. I'll just say this thing so she's happy with it. We can leave. I got a flight to cash to Hawaii someday.
That's funny.
So anyway, she's trying to buy this dress, and she also has a Gucci.
She can't.
And she can't because her credit card's been declined. So now everyone has no money.
Again, her shitty father, which she calls her dad later, he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're really, really broke. Meant to call you. Kind of busy.
Your cards
Haven't been
are.
paying
Your
your
cards
credit card.
are. I'm sitting here with the feds in a hotel room.
Whereas Chloe is like, I'll buy your purse, I'll buy your sunglasses, I'll buy your shirt, whatever you want to buy, I'll get you.
Chloe sees
Yeah.
dollar signs, but she even says, "I can cut you a fetch deal." And I was like, "Was that a Mean Girls
That's Mean
reference?"
Girls
reference.
It was.
It was.
It was just like, okay.
Along with the kale joke.
Again, this is 15 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This script was been in development that long.
Yeah, it
Maybe
really
that
has
girl
been.
was a young girl when she was
was.
cast for the role at
makes
like
sense.
4.
But what's funny is, so Chloe's like, "Well, I'll buy that Gucci thing off you," and then she's like, "No," but but then she takes off her her Valentino sunglasses, and she's like, "How about this?" She's like, "Oh, she's gonna buy her the dress with her glasses," and she's like, "Yeah, I want that coat." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Because she's
Okay.
now she's cold. It was a weird like switcheroo there. It's like, am I going to buy the dress? Because she doesn't really care
was-
enough
Well, she finally
about the
decided
girl
she
A
was
yet.
gonna get the
bright pink coat. Like, can we pretend this is a Christmas movie? Like, why does this girl have to be so terrible? Put her in like a cute brown coat, something that would go with something.
Camel hair. But she, it was like an acknowledgement that I'm gonna be here a while, so I might as well be comfortable,
Might as well be comfortable.
right?
I
Might as well be
guess.
warm.
Okay.
So they more snowball. She falls over again. I mean, it's just out of control.
These
this town.
urchins
It's
need to be
it's just-
in jail. They're awful.
They're horrible.
So now back at home, and Kim is like, I know we are late on our rent, and up until 3 months ago, we've never been late on a payment. I mean, Noah has always seen to that. Look how good we are with our money. Oh, I made a turkey for a snack. Would you care to have some?
Yes. It's a turducken and like 5 and gourmet chocolate chip cocoa.
Do you enjoy our new flat screen TV?
Yes.
There's caviar if you'd like me to get some.
Yeah. Here, I have a Pottery Barn plate. Here, put it on this.
So then
good.
she's like, we really understand you. We really appreciate your understanding, and we're going to make it right. I promise. And I know that's what you wanted to talk to us about, right? And Molly's like, well, just you are the spitting image of your mother.
You are the spitting image of your mother.
She's like, what did you want to talk about? I don't remember. Okay.
I was just thinking about your mother just then and what she would have done in this situation.
Yes. I was just thinking about your mother who used to love coming up to me and saying, "Hi, Kim," and then slamming me in the face with dollar bills. God, your mother.
And so then we find out, y'all, Dakota's making lip balms, okay? Again, which is great for a slow orphan. So good for her. Dakota's making lip balms.
Oh, God.
And then we're going into the barn with Noah, and this is where we see
this is another what the fuck for me.
the grave of chocolate chip, just kind of this mural.
The
where
grave
there's
of
all
chocolate
this-
chip.
And
Oh my
they
God.
They access it through this living memorial to the brother because it's like, oh, my brother put up an arch, so I just kept deciding to keep on adding on. So every year I add on to the arch. I'm like, that costs money. That's rent. That arch that you bought. And also, like, by the way, he got her down there because he threw a snowball out the window. He's like, come on, I threw a snow. I'm like, stop with these snowballs.
That's
stop
weird.
buying frivolous things like adding on to these arches. So then we see. Yes, we now see the shrine to chocolate
and
chip.
she said, I feel like I've been here before. And it's this moment, he's like, yeah, this was the old barn. And she goes, this was the horse name. And she says this, like, this is the most excited she's gotten the entire movie. She went, chocolate chip.
Yeah. But also, like, you, this was your mom's house. Why are you surprised that you've been here before? You visited.
Like,
you said you visited.
It's like she had amnesia, and now she just remembered. And because also, too, this is where... Okay, this was the weirdest, like, sex scene ever. And not sex scene, but did y'all think it was weird how she starts coming up with the idea of how she can help him sell the mint? And the way they're talking about it, it's like they were so sexual about it, right?
No,
yeah,
but in a very clumsy way.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just
anytime
hey.
they discuss business, they think they have to explain it to us like we're all idiots, you know?
Yes.
But they go on this business thing. So she's like, wait a minute, let's talk about mint. And he's like,
yes.
okay. And she's like, so you grow the mint. And I know that you're the mint expert, but tell me, after you sell the mint, what happens? And he's like, people turn it into products. And she goes, like Winter's Bliss. And he goes, that's not a product. That's just something to help people.
Sir.
Have you heard of paper towels? Like, what the hell?
They help people. That's not a product.
Exactly.
She's like, why can't it be both? And he goes, what did you have in mind? A business, you idiot, a business.
The business, you mouth-breathing idiot.
And talk about all the
touches
ins and outs of the process.
And then she touches his lapel, and then like gets like she makes physical contact with his hotness, and then she's done. Like her character is done for the rest of the movie because now she's been, you know what they say, dickmatized. She's actually been lapelmatized or whatever.
Yes.
She touched the lapelmatized.
Lapelmatized.
She's like, perhaps we could work.
And they're like this close, right here.
And he's like, marketing. She's like, I've done research.
Profits.
The ins
downsizing.
And outs of the mint
Collateral.
process.
Pie chart.
Promotion.
Pie chart.
Synergy.
QuickBooks.
PowerPoint. I put a meeting on your calendar.
That's exactly what happened. And then then she says for some reason, they should go back inside. Like,
yeah,
she wanted,
Girl.
and I feel like that was the biggest misfire of the movie. He should have said that. It was such a weird thing.
Well, but then they also didn't know how to end the scene, so this is literally the dialogue. I'm going to quote it. He goes, right, the house. Right, after you. Okay.
Someone wrote that down. Okay, so now everybody's like,
because it's just beautiful.
So they go in,
beautiful.
and Kim's like, well, we were thinking of going Christmas tree shopping. She's like, oh my God, I've never been Christmas tree shopping. And, Dakota was like, are you Jewish too?
No, she's not saying.
No. She did not say like
that. Are you a Jewish
Take
lesbian?
it, Ben.
Are you Jewish? Like almost like, did you infiltrate
Yes!
Peppermint Hollow with your outsider ideas?
Wait a minute, are you Jewish?
This is like, and no.
She's Jewish.
Yeah.
Come get her.
I was like, excuse me. She's like, no.
Because we actually did.
Is that a latke?
We actually did have a diddler on the roof one time. Shot him right off of there, pervert.
And Molly's like, no, I'm not Jewish, but I am very spoiled and entitled because the trees were always picked out for me. Always like 3 stories high and in the middle of daddy's lobbies.
Yeah, this is the sad part, I guess, where she's like, they were always so beautiful. They were picked out for me, and then they were in my dad's hotels. And they're like, that is the saddest thing I've ever... I was like, really? It sounds fucking amazing to me. My dad would go, like, try and find one that somebody had thrown away on the street, drag it in. I'm like,
but like
take us nowhere.
What I didn't understand is that was Christmas for her, and they were fucking shitting all over it.
Yes!
It was weird.
And so then they're like, well, guess what? You get to pick out the tree. So then they go Christmas tree shopping. And then she's walking around being like, oh, what about this one? And Dakota's like, no. And then she's like, what about this one? Dakota's like, no. I'm like, Dakota, you just said she gets to pick out the tree, and now we wind up picking out Dakota's tree.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, good choice. Good choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice.
But also, what a bunch of losers in this town. It's like the day before Christmas Eve, and people are going to buy Christmas trees.
That was the other thing.
I know.
Guys,
you decorate this
like,
entire
everyone's
house. This entire house, but the one thing you don't get is a tree?
The tree. And Chloe is there, and she's just looking behind the tree going,
Just going.
oh, wait, she's buying a tree? Maybe I'm not going to rip her apart inside for her Gucci bag.
She's
Well,
just like
Chloe's the
perching like a
saddest one.
gargoyle.
Meanwhile, her baby is at home malnourished. Because
Yeah,
Chloe's
that's what
not
I was
there.
You
gonna
know what?
say,
That
Chloe's
baby's
the
quiet
saddest
because
one.
that winter bliss. Quiet baby. Put in that baby drawer.
And then, so they buy this tree, and then they leave. It's not even a moment. There's not even a music or anything. They just start holding hands. And she just says,
What the
so this
fuck
is
was
happening?
that? Thank you for
And it's
bringing
like,
that
so
up.
this is it. It's the whole crux of the movie is getting them together, and now it's just like, I mean, it looks like me on a Saturday night, like I've fallen Mickey's and somebody sticks their dick in my ass. It just happens. I mean, come on.
It was like
make a moment out of it.
So we're doing this, and the guy behind me
No,
goes, "Yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
Okay,
I'm gonna fuck
doing
you
this.
there."
Okay.
Whatever. Oh, good. Brittany's on. Go to the beat.
So now, what in a movie full of cringy moments, now we have a cringe. Here comes the big cringe montage. They finally have the tree. They're decorating it, and Dakota, who clearly has no friends in this town, poor girl. I
No,
mean, she's never
none.
going to get Parker. Let's
No.
be honest. And
No.
she's like, Uncle Noah, is it time? And he goes, sure. On the first day of Christmas, my true love
no.
gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. I was like, please
Ornaments.
don't do that.
Okay,
And he-
that was
and-
fun, right?
and
It's like,
he
oh, that's
sings-
cute.
He sings.
And he
On
sings
the second
okay.
day of, I was like, they are not
no,
going to do
please
this.
don't
All
do
12
this.
of
Please don't
they
do
did.
this.
They did the whole thing.
They-
And then-
then he sings okay. Then
Then-
Orphan Girl sings.
Then Kim opens her mouth, and it's like,
On the first day of Christmas.
You know, that was character specific. That was character specific, and I applaud it.
Yeah, that felt like
It was because I was watching it with the closed captioning on, and it said Kim sings very badly. I was like, oh,
Say,
I like
yeah,
that Kim's
that was
really
a
committed.
character
So then
choice.
So then they're like, okay, Molly, now it's your turn to sing in this song that is clearly horrifying you. And she's like, who, me? I mean, I
don't
couldn't
sing.
Possibly. I didn't study theater at Vassar. No. Okay.
I didn't
So-
go to Carnegie Mellon. You know, it's fine. It's
I didn't go to
whatever.
SUNY Purchase. No. So then they had like, you sing it. She goes, okay. On the fourth day of Christmas. I was like, what?
And like a pop style, and it's been mixed already. Like she
It's
just
been mixed. It's
On
been
the
totally
fourth
mixed.
Day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. It's like and they just like, yeah, she's got it.
Yeah, they love it. So I think, okay, so they each got to sing it. So this is over. And they're like, on the fifth day of... I was like,
I thought it was so good when they finally stopped, or maybe they sang the whole thing and it's on the cutting room floor.
Maybe. I'm sure it's there.
up
In
to
my
6.
memy, they sang the whole thing.
That's
Like,
what
I was
Felt
they
in-
got
long
it.
enough
6.
that they sang the whole thing, and
I'm glad to
but
hear they didn't.
They do keep on going, and finally she puts the partridge. And normally Orphan Girl puts the partridge on the pear tree at the top, but this time she lets, because she picked out the tree and didn't let actually Molly do the tree. She's like, you can do it. So she put, and then she sings, I mean, like fucking Ariana Grande, and a partridge in a pear tree.
She's that asshole at the happy birthday song.
Yes.
Everyone's
Yes.
like, happy birthday.
She's like,
happy birthday to you.
I'm that
And you know what?
asshole.
We have all been that assholes, and we were all singers. Like
I was never that.
But
I'm not a singer.
I remember in middle school when I was doing choir, I would sing harmony at a birthday song.
Well,
but then
you
like
can always
you
spot
turn
the queers, the kid queers for doing that.
And
yeah.
then you hit like 18 years old and you realize no one gives a fucking shit.
Right.
And you
They
just
all
kind of
hate you.
single. Yeah, they all hate you.
So now downstairs, so she winds up. Molly's is in bed and she's ignoring Patrick's calls, and then Noah and Grant are doing paperwork, and they're like, we have to tell Malls that we can't afford this house. They're basically like, we can't afford this house. We're gonna have to move out, which is kind of funny because it's like, do you want to have a conflict in this movie? Like they're actually ready
Right.
to move out, and she has to tell them they have to move out. Like there's actually no issue here.
He said that and went, well, this is easy.
Yeah. So he
made it
goes and he
easy,
tells
yeah.
her, he goes, we need to tell you this something. Like, we can't afford to live here anymore. So at which point she would be like, oh, I'm so glad you said that because I actually have to, like, we need to sell this because we can't, this works out good for all of us, you would think. But instead, she's like, no, let's start mint business.
I feel like to myself, I was like, are we really going to do a whole other plot point this late in this movie?
She's like, look.
Yeah, and then she has to explain it to him because she's like, you sell it wholesale, right? And then they turn around and sell it and make a profit. And he goes, yeah, that's how business works. Like
watching the
he's so
Lehman
smart,
trilogy.
right?
And she's like, why don't you just cut out the middleman and sell it yourself instead of like, this was a total thing of saying, she didn't say it, but she was, she wanted to say, why are you letting big business make big profit off of you?
It felt like capitalism
Right.
for dummies, too. A little bit
Yeah, it
explaining
was.
how that works.
Because she's like,
Mints for
instead of
dummies.
selling it to other people, you could make products. Like there's tons of things that use mint, and it's totally free to develop products, which is why I don't need to sell this house to earn money to start my pacifier business. Wait.
Wait.
Did I just cut the entire product? Hold on a second.
Wait.
So that downstairs. So now Kim is like making cookies for this party, and she's like,
Ronnie, you're so
and Dakota's like on the phone, and now like they're behind on the cookies. So now she's like yelling at Dakota about like, I thought you were cutting down your screen time. Like, oh, now all of a sudden Dakota's like a teenager again.
Yeah.
What else is
exactly.
she gonna do? You have the girl cooking 20 pounds of fucking bacon a day. Let her look at
Yeah,
the phone
let
every once in a
her
while.
scroll.
And so Miles comes down, and and Noah's like, guys, Molly has a great idea. Look at her business plan. It's like this handwritten scrawl. That's like,
On toilet
This-
paper.
It's like, D.
There was an actual.
D.
it's like she wrote
That's
it.
how we do it.
It's like a second grader's acrostic poem.
I'm telling you,
know?
the teenagers of the art department drew it and gave it to her. It was horrible.
She's the teenager's the best one with her lip balm business with Dakota. Yeah.
So then Gracie calls up, great timing, and she's like, oh my God, Gracie, my dad is pressuring me to sell this property, and that way I'll get the money. Oh, did anyone overhear me saying that? Oh, good, no. And Gracie's like,
No, yeah.
yes, sell the property, sell the property.
And she's
Excuse
like,
me,
no.
would you like some brownie bites?
Or a mint mocha.
But that would leave this whole family homeless. And Gracie's like, well, as I teach my little baby, fuck them, Malls. Okay, it's Christmas. Get them out on their ass.
If we don't
by
know
the-
them,
and
fuck them.
And then we hear Gracie say, I'll take a peppermint milk. And Molly goes, wait, huh? What? Huh? Wait a second. And guess who's in town, everybody? Guess who just happened to be on the way to catch her husband having an affair on her?
And guess what? She ate the brownie bite, so she's there for eternity.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Gracie
That's
wasn't
what's
gonna-
happened.
No, Gracie is looking for that money now. She's like, I just spent half
She's-
of them.
yeah.
I lost my husband over this investment. He told me
my
not to
husband
invest in your
left me.
company.
She told her family, she's like, look, my business partner is a dumb blonde bitch, and I got to go fix this.
I love also that they have to like, rather than just having Gracie show up because everyone else shows up at the store, they're like, oh, let's have Gracie not show up. And then she's like, oh, sorry, I'm surprised. I'm in town and now I'll show up. Like, just have her show up.
And it's not even like they could have somebody else who lives in the town who has a fussy baby for her to see. But y'all, the whole point of this, and we knew it from the beginning, is Gracie comes over to Kim and Noah's house. And of course, that baby's fucking crying. And even the actors are doing this like really overly loud talking over the baby, which is completely inappropriate. They're just like, so nice of you to be here. And it's just so overdone. And so she finally It is like, I feel like there actually is a winter's bomb. Like the way they put a close up on the product as she was spraying it.
Yes.
It was like they cut to like, it's like they took B-roll from HSN.
They chloroform
and they
the
just
baby.
like,
They just like.
yeah. And so they just spray this bottle, they stick this pacifier in,
Baby
and
goes,
wazoo, wabam, there we go.
Yeah. So
A little bourbon in the bottle with the same thing. I've
You
heard.
know, Jake does the same thing when you stick a dick in his mouth. He just shuts up.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
And so Gracie's like, okay, I'm gonna go. The only reason this is the reason why Gracie could not just show up at the doorbell, because they had to wedge in another scene with the Pioneer Woman, because she's like,
yes,
you got to try the Winter's Bliss. Say hi to Kim and her family. Mint brownie bite on the house. It's like,
Be sure to get the Winter Bliss drug for babies, not the Winter Bliss lube. That stuff burns like a hive of bees building a bee city. Building a bee city in your cooter.
You don't want the lube on your private parts. Made that mistake once.
Lad got pissed at me about that one. Had to sleep in the outhouse for a week.
So back at the house, she's like, oh, by the way, my friend Gracie's going to come over. Then ding dong. She's like, must be Gracie. She opens the door.
Sorry. Yes. Thank you for
here,
I forgot about
And
it.
here is Patrick with comps, which he couldn't email because his Hotmail account must have been hacked. Or
His net address got fucked over.
his Earthlink must have been down.
They've only got Q's.net out there.
She told him, keep it a damn secret. He shows up like the day before Christmas or whatever, and he's not only holding comps, he's got them in a bright red envelope.
Yes.
He's like, oh, blah, blah. It's like lights on them going off. When you open them, it sings the song. It's like, thanks, Patrick.
And so she's like, well, I'm not sure if I want to sell. He's like, well, I understand. This is a very special place. I learned how to play organ in the back there, actually.
And it is also hard.
Please don't tell anybody. Please don't tell anybody.
I don't know why he didn't just email her all this, right? So then she walks in. So she's got this bright red folder, and being the bright marketing executive that she is, she doesn't just like go upstairs and put it in her stuff.
No.
She like walks in the kitchen and is like, where do I hide this?
She's like,
these comps. And then instead of like any cabinet, she just puts it on the counter.
She's like,
puts it on the
top
toaster.
of something.
It's on top of a toaster.
She puts it right on top of the toaster.
So then Gracie shows up with a crying baby, and then we finally get to see what this Winter's Bliss. It's an essential oil. So we already know that Kim is up to no good because she's hawking essential oils.
Yeah, that's some LuLaRoe shit.
She's already. What is that? What is the big one that everyone does? Oh God, that
Trevio or something like that.
Herbal, something like that. Yeah,
Herbalife or something.
Yeah.
So Molly pulls Gracie away. Like, the baby's calmed down. So Molly's in the kitchen with Gracie, and she's like, oh my God, like, you know, we have a problem. I have no money, whatever. And then Gracie's like, no kidding, you have a problem. I mean, Noah is a tall hunk of handsome. And you were right. This Winter Bliss stuff is a miracle worker. It's like, Gracie, focus.
Yeah. And she's like, and Gracie also is like, duh, they have a product and we can go into business with them. It's like, that's why the movie's not about Gracie. Because with Gracie
would have solved all the problems
minutes,
in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the teenager Dakota is in another room, and she's just like, she's just googling Molly for no reason right now. She's like, you know what? I'm going to Google Molly right
figure
now.
out what's going on.
Because she saw
with her.
that Molly was broke at the store, and now she's curious, like, what's going on with Molly? So she's Googling.
Okay. So she's like,
Turns out, y'all,
guys, she's broke. Look here, People Magazine. The Gallants are broke. The New York Times. The Gallants are broke.
Gallant's broke, and it says on every newspaper in the country.
Yes. The Mill A Messenger says they're broke.
She says that's why she's here. She wants to sell the house that we just told her we want to move out of.
And instead of Noah being a nice guy and being like, oh my God, they're broke, he's like, that lying bitch.
I know. Well, Noah, who hasn't paid his rent for 3 months.
The audacity.
And has been given
his mint business.
has been given the grace of staying in this home, and then the landlord comes over and still doesn't kick him out and says, don't worry, we'll find a way to make you money, is mad at her.
How dare you? How dare you think what's
And then he walks in the
rightfully
kitchen.
yours?
He walks in the kitchen and sees the red folder and he goes, and what are these? Thank God it says comps in big font.
And it wasn't even like he walked in and kind of stage direction. He literally just walked in and like hand was already out when he walked in the archway and just picked them up. It wasn't even like, oh wait, what's this? This is
I'm going to walk in,
what
and
are
if I
these?
happen to pick up
What
a
are
folder
these?
on the counter, so be it.
Yeah, it's not even like Grandma Kim saying, hey, honey, can you toast some bread? So, yes. So they have this huge blowing up.
Yes.
Oh.
He's like, why didn't you tell me the truth? And she's like, and then she's on the defensive, and she should be like everything that Ronnie said, but she's like, I don't know. I changed my mind. It's complicated. It's almost as if I don't know how to present myself, which is funny because I'm in marketing.
Yeah, exactly. So she's like, he's like, I should be able to pay rent for over 3 months and expect to just give you some cookies and live rent free for life. What the fuck are you lying about? And so she's like, as Kim comes in, she's like, speaking of cookies are burning, Satan. Hey, Satan the landlord, burn some cookies.
Christmas
Yeah,
is
Kim
ruined.
turns real quick.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
7 of those 300 cookies got burned. It's ruined.
Our cookies
Yeah,
are burning.
and then-
That's the real tragedy.
Then Noah goes, oh, you're broke too, so we're not supposed to know that? Well, I get it now. It's all about the money. Not yours, because you don't have any.
You don't have
what
any.
the fuck are you talking about?
He's got
You
these-
just have
she's
pretty
gonna-
lips and an open mouth.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a
But
lot.
He's sitting
It's a
here
lot.
acting like, oh, there's more important things than money. I'm like, sir, you're 3 months behind in rent. You cannot
He's-
take that
he
ideological
says,
position
Yeah.
anymore.
It's not a business. It's a home.
And then he goes, yeah, go ahead, sell the house. We don't need your help. You do need her help.
You do.
Actually.
You
And then he
do.
goes,
You do.
go
You're
to
actually
Hawaii,
legally
as if
indebted
like
to
that's
her.
she wants to go to
Yeah,
Hawaii.
go to Hawaii. Yeah.
And by the
So
way,
she
Gracie's
goes
a shit friend
outside.
because Gracie should have been like, excuse me, don't talk to her that way. She's a great person. She's wonderful. And she's here to help you. But Gracie's just sitting there doing nothing.
She's
Yeah.
thinking about her husband. And so that's it. And so Gracie also realizes she can't leave the town unless, because I guess that's part of the curse. She can't leave unless Molly leaves with her.
Yes.
That's the only
That's
way
the
she
only
can
way-
leave, because Molly hasn't had a brownie
The
bite yet.
bloodline lets her leave. So, but that's why it's her brother. That's why Noah's her brother.
So she convinces Molly to leave with her and go celebrate Christmas with her.
Yeah.
And so that's what we think is going to happen. And then cut to Molly's getting in the car and getting ready. Meanwhile, Kim is reading Noah for filth, calling him a hypocrite. So she was really mad at Molly, but now she's like, she's just a dumb bitch. By the way, you're a stupid hoe. I mean, she's just,
Yeah.
this makes no sense at all.
Yeah,
No.
because Dakota's like, but maybe she just came here to sell, but then she changed her mind. And Kim's like, yeah, and then she found out she was broke. Like, the women, of course, are smart.
Yeah,
But
and Noah's
Noah
like,
goes, we let her into our family.
You
Oh, wow,
forced her
lucky
into
her. Lucky her. She got
I'm
to
like,
smell on
bitch,
some...
you hit
Do you know
her
how many
key.
times she tried to get away from you guys?
She
Yeah.
couldn't even
That's
drive
right.
away from
You
you.
forced-
get outed her.
You tricked
forced her
her.
with-
You literally tricked her into staying there during a snowstorm. You fucking
and
creep.
you-
Push
Before
a
you
mashed
assaulted her?
potato agenda on her.
You mashed potato agenda.
Yeah.
So, and then Gran even says this. She goes, well, even if she came here to sell the place, which, by the way, is completely within her right to do.
Yes.
they're like,
Yes,
we are
I
totally
like
open
that.
for this. And then she's like, I think she was trying to come up with other options, and I think she wanted to help us, you idiot son of mine.
And he's like, but all she had to do is be honest. And she goes, well, maybe if you were honest about her having Chloe's tattoo named on your dick. And he's like, well, all right, jeez. He's like, all right, here's what we're going to do as a family, all right? We're going to celebrate our last Christmas, and then we're going to swallow so much winter's bliss that we die together, all right? And they're like, okay, let's do it.
Orphan girl is like, the fuck we are. You're going to go get her because you're meant to be together, uncle.
So now
Yeah.
Molly goes to Touche, and she's got to sell her Gucci. I'm assuming to get a plane ticket to anywhere, really. And,
Yes.
And now Chloe is nicer because now Chloe realizes that Molly has been like humiliated and dejected.
Right.
So she's like, okay, I like this girl now. So Chloe's like, I just want to apologize. I know I wasn't the friendliest. But like Noah's a great guy, and there's obviously something really special between you two. Oh, did he break up with you? Oh, that's so sad.
Oh.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't like you the other day, but now you're poor. Let's
Now
be
you're
friends
poor.
Like
now.
me.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
poor.
And so Molly's like, yeah, change of plans. Things didn't quite work out the way I hoped. And Chloe's like, really? I'm so Sorry to hear that. Let me get that peppermint D. Yeah.
Let me get that peppermint D. And so she's like, so you're going to need that purse. You're going to need that purse. And so Molly sells the purse back. She's like, you can have anything in the store you want. I can give you credit. And Molly's like, I just want that shitty cone dress. That's it. That's all I want.
I just want to buy the teenager one final
and then
ugly
she
dress.
opens the card that she's addressing to Orphan Girl. Sorry, I'm just going to call her Orphan Girl. And so she opens the card, and is this not the creepiest, weirdest, like almost Harry Potter type of font
weird
writing
script.
you've ever? It was very weird. Sorry,
Yes,
again, I'm a
and
big person on font.
No, it needs to be noted. And so then she puts this card that reiterates that it's the heart of the girl wearing the dress that makes it
heart of the
beautiful. It's just
girl.
bullshit. That's going to really send Dakota down the wrong path.
It's just not true. I mean,
she's
there would
not
be
true.
no Project Runway if that was
thank
true.
you.
So
Thank
she
you.
takes this card and she puts it with the dress and she tells Chloe, listen, Chloe, you've just sort of been in the script, but you haven't actually impacted it. So I want you to be able to have a scene with this family. So you take this and you're going to go and you're going to tell Noah, hey, that's a good girl and you should go after her. Okay, I want you to do that. Next scene, hey, you know what? I decided to bring the gift myself. I decided Chloe doesn't get to bring the gift over.
I know, right?
Instead of like Chloe having this moment saying, I think this is something for you to do, and her like going, you're right. Nope.
No, I'm
What
gonna
the
bring it.
fuck?
Well,
But first, ding dong. Hi. A little birdie told me Dakota wanted some extra desserts for the party tomorrow. I hope a little birdie told you that a little bee wants to build a colony in my cooter. Cookies for winter's breeze, bitch.
Brownie.
Get it down here, trade.
Brownie
like
bites for
Dakota.
everyone.
Dakota, say it. Say it, Dakota. Oh, this is going to be a candy-coated Christmas. And then we look at the... so I think now we're going to see a basket full of all the lollipops and candy
Nope.
canes
No.
and whatever. It's
Try
more
again.
fucking brownie bites. I'm like,
It's
there's
brownie
nothing
bites.
candy-coated here.
that-
Why
it
did you
looks
even
like
say that?
It looks like something they'd rescued from the trash. It was like all misshapen. It was so bad.
I'm telling you, it's very
not
badly
a-
presented.
It was not an Ina Garten. Barefoot Contessa
No.
would have made a beautiful basket with groupings.
Beautiful, with
Yes, it
Roquefort
would have been
cheese
gorgeous.
And,
This
Yes.
was an I Know Garden.
This is no
I know,
garden.
no.
This is no
I know
garden.
garden. No. So then, ding dong, guess who it is? Hi, I just came to bring this present to Dakota, but I wanted to do it in person and ask if you have a plastic bag for all my things that were in my purse. Apparently.
That's such, oh my god! I just pulled a muscle on my ass. Oh my god! And she, I'm not even joking. I'm like, I'm touching you.
A trash bag is perfect.
She's just holding
hit
all
my
her
lamp.
like shit in her arms. She's like, "Hi, I just wanted to do it in person," which is also a lie because she did not want to do it in person. She gave it to
No.
Chloe to do.
No.
So Noah's like, I wasn't honest about my financial situation. She goes, I wasn't either. But then I met you ridiculously nice and deranged people and realized I couldn't go through with it. So when I found out I was broke and I didn't think I had a choice, and I didn't think I had a choice to tell you. He's like, but why did you just tell us? Just, I was just so embarrassed and torn, and also it really wasn't your business because I just met you like 2 days
Yeah,
ago.
I met you like 2 days ago.
And she's like, I was embarrassed, but spending time with your family and making pancakes, burning the pancakes,
Burning.
and making cookies, burning the cookies, and shopping for a Christmas tree. Please don't burn down the Christmas tree. We just hear
fire.
Dakota screaming inside. It was on a time release candle, so
Uncle,
Still
your app
got
is going crazy.
So then she's like, well, I didn't want to take this away from you. And he's, so that's why you came up with the business plan. Yeah, numbnuts. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, now you're just realizing why she did that?
It's just, and all this
She's-
is weird. It's trying to be an earnest moment, but they're making jokes, and it's like
Yeah.
no one knew how to handle the actual, the real redemptive moment, which that's
Yeah.
why it fell
Right.
flat as shit. As
and
a
then
I
burnt
know.
pancake.
She's just like, I'm leaving then. Bye. And he's like, you can't leave. She goes, watch me. And so he throws a snowball at her. Another assault.
Yeah.
Snowball at her. And then she's on the ground again.
Yeah. And I love when she's trying to pitch this like business idea. She goes, hey, look, I got the marketing skills. You got the unique products, which was the original lyric to, Causing a Commotion by Madonna. Like... I got the moves. I got the marketing skills, baby. You got the unique product.
You got the
Put
unique
them
product.
together, and we have a very successful business.
With a diversified output.
So yes,
this scene was like it fell out of air because like she tells him close his eyes, and you think, oh, they're gonna kiss. But she takes snow and then puts it in his face, and they don't even like they have to wait to the end of the movie. But like, come on, she fell down again. You go to help her up. She pulls you down in the snow. You fucking kiss in the
Is
snow.
it a law for
there you
Hallmark
go.
movies that you can't kiss before the end of the movie?
I think so.
Kind
But
of.
what's also
Yeah.
weird is that like she's like, I've got this business plan, and then they're like, we just need the seed money, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, what if we don't get the seed money? He goes, well, there's always risk in business. I'm like, hello, writers, do you realize you switched your characters by accident? Like, she's the business one.
Not only that, but Gracie is the seed. Gracie just left. Like, she just put the money in your account.
Yes.
What are we not understanding here? This movie makes no sense.
So we
It
think
makes
the
no
movie
sense.
is over. I kind of think, oh, they fixed it.
I
But
thought
they're
it was over.
There were like-
let's
there were
have a
3 endings.
fundraising montage now.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, we're doing a fundraising montage?
What? We're doing this?
In the last 5 minutes?
In the last 5 minutes of the
No
film.
trying on dresses montage with Orphan Girl, but now this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we have this horrific song that's plays while they're doing this, like.
Oh, this was the worst one.
And here we're watching them trying to raise money
It's
while Kim
Christmas
is
every
cooking
day.
this giant meal for this party.
And it was amazing because you thought, okay, they're going to have to fundraise to a lot of people. Y'all, they asked 3 people. And pretty much if you just FaceTime your friend, like 2 friends, you can raise all the money you want to start a business. And you just see them all going,
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
yes, like
just they're
big
like,
handshakes,
the director's like,
we're
can
in
you
business.
mouth yes more with your
Yeah.
mouth?
and
so
Molly's. I
I was just saying it was.
Well, all they had to do is
Yeah.
So basically, Molly takes out a home equity line on that
Okay.
giant house.
That is the
Yeah.
craziest fucking Deus Ex Machina of, how about a home equity line?
Okay. I'm just going to say
I
this.
screamed what again?
If I screamed too, because if I told my father, Chelsea Marr, because y'all, the dad ends up coming, shocker, dad ends up coming at the end of Christmas. And so when she tells her dad, hey, Dad, I took a home equity line off of this house, and he's like, I'm so proud of you. If I did that, my dad would say, you did what the fuck? What, son? I'm going to rip your ass a new one, and I'm the
Yeah,
lawnmower,
no kidding.
son.
Yes.
Like,
Exactly.
no way a parent would act like this, ever.
I know
Ever.
we're starting. This is a big thing happening on Vanderpump Rules too this season, where they're like, "We need money for a bar. Let's both get second mortgages."
Yeah.
What? No,
Why?
don't do that. Why would anybody do that? Like, you're gonna lose your house, both of you, and so to see it here too. But yeah, they go talk to all these people, and Molly's like, "I talked to Gracie and Patrick," and Noah's like, "I talked to the tattoo removal guy," and Molly's like, "I talked to B." She's
Reed
itching her
Drummond's
cheeks
like,
the
a
whole
home
time,
equity
but
line
she's
is
in.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Turns out B has an
So
entire
then-
food empire that we didn't realize about.
Yeah.
Shocker.
That's how
So
I
then
got
Dad
my
calls.
store.
So Dad calls Molly, and Molly's like, "Dad, everything's going to be okay." And he's like, "How's the selling going?" And she's like, "I'm getting a home equity loan." He's like, "Wow, I'm so proud of you."
So weird.
It is really weird.
If there's
so
anything
she
I learned
hangs up
from you,
on
Dad,
him.
it's that you know what? The only thing better than debt is more debt. Congratulations.
More debt.
So I know everybody's wondering what's happening at this big Christmas party they're throwing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Nobody is
No-
wondering what's
nobody.
happening
Well,
at this.
Nobody's wondering.
This homey small town where everyone's in comfy sweaters and full of Christmas cheer. We finally get this wonderful potluck that we've been promised. This big potluck with all these Christmas cookies, and it is like a formal ass affair. They're all in shirt and tie. I'm like, wait, what? This totally does not make any
A
sense. I was
potluck.
not expecting
No.
this.
Yeah.
Then you got, so of course we see Patrick, or not Patrick.
Yes,
we see
everyone.
Parker, Dakota's intended.
Yes.
And we never hear him speak. And apparently they're dancing like the Holy Spirit is between them. But
And
Yes.
she has her dress. We never got a scene of her putting on like being like, oh
It's
my
true.
God, thank you for the dress.
No.
She just has it.
Nope. She just has it.
And B is there, and B is so passive aggressive. She goes up to Molly and she goes, "So, you do like mint? Merry Christmas!" Like she's like, I knew it all along.
And instead of her actually fucking eating a brownie bite. She says, by the way, I had one of your brownie bites. It was pretty good. Instead of this buildup of her actually eating the fucking bite. Like this.
Eat the bite. And then and then B goes and tries to push it on to Patrick now. She's like, Patrick, brownie bite. Like someone... What trauma happened in B's life that she can only be singularly focused on these brownie bites?
Yeah.
And she just does it with that.
Yeah.
Brownie bite? Would you like some mint now? Like, she's so creepy. So then it's, there's a kissing scene because everyone's dressed like they're going to the Oscars for some reason. So they're kissing on the dance floor. Molly, what's his buns.
That should be the end of the movie.
And you think that's the end, the second end of the movie.
Even in the recap, when I know this shit is not over, I'm like, okay, bye guys, really good, see you in New York.
Yeah, but no.
No.
Now it's Christmas Day.
Another ending.
It's Christmas
it's
Day.
Dark. Look, it's nighttime in here now.
Now
I've
it's
been doing
Christmas
this
Day.
11 hours.
So now everyone's exchanging gifts. Dakota received a mug that said "I love coffee." I mean, she might as well have one that says "I'm a woman now." And then
I'm a woman now.
I'm a woman.
What is with this family and mugs?
Yeah.
Because then she gets her grandma a mug.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this just a mug family? You guys just spent about $500,000
This
since I've been
movie actually
sitting through
made
this
me
movie.
not like Christmas less.
And then someone got for Noah an ugly Christmas sweater. I'm like, you only wear those in the anticipation of Christmas. Like, this is not going to be useful to him, right? So then someone for Molly, what they got for Molly was that they took a selfie all together, I think at the Christmas tree place.
Yes.
And
The frame.
for her gift was a frame that said, "Some things are meant to be."
Just what you get, somebody who notoriously hates mint.
Notoriously.
Sweet.
Just to
Sweet
stick it to
family.
her.
Scented frame that says mint on it. And then there's a...
Well, ding dong, guys. Must be Santa. And Kim's
Close.
like, I'm going to get this one.
I was just hoping
my
it'd be Gracie
God.
just crying. It's like, he left me.
He left me.
I found them fucking in front of me.
Yes. That nanny, Molly. The fucking nanny.
I want it to be Gracie and Chloe just both holding like bottles filled with like lighter fluid with like handkerchiefs coming out. Like, are you coming or not? We're taking down the men of this town.
With before he cheats, but playing.
So it's Captain Lee. He's there, and he's like, "Daddy," and he's like, "Great news." The board on Christmas Eve, because this is when the board does things.
That's it.
The board agreed to restructure our debt, which I forgot to tell you was an option, so you probably didn't have to do any of this.
screamed.
And we may have to sell some hotels, which I should have told you we were going to do. But we're back at business, so all this doesn't matter.
And we're going to lay off about half of our force, but we're going to be fine.
You and I, you're going to be able to get another Gucci purse.
People are going to go to jail. You and I are going to be fine. So,
Yeah.
So yeah,
She's
you
like,
can forget
wow,
your
how fun,
your mint dreams.
amazing.
And they have breakfast with mimosas
And a
and
ham.
Literally
A ham
19
and
courses.
corn. They have.
Yeah.
I mean, they.
Because Molly comes out with She comes out with a pancakes, and it's like,
oh yeah,
she's
'Cause
been
she's like-
domesticated.
she's like, I didn't burn them.
because
I know.
a good woman knows how to cook.
Yeah.
not
Yes,
not
I'll-
have a career and be intelligent, and smart, but knows how to cook.
Domesticated, you are ready to get married. Then she goes and rings a little bell on the front door to be let outside. I was like, really? Is this what we're doing to Molly at this point?
Also, why did this? They're in the hotel business. Why did they not say, let's make this a bed and breakfast? Let's rebrand the Gallant Hotel Group with this. Let's use this as the spirit of our brand.
It really
Yeah.
was a horrible.
And I don't know why I don't know where they go from here. Like, she's not going to stay there.
No,
She's not.
Yeah, she's gonna stay there. That's
No.
what they're gonna do. They're gonna
yeah,
have their
she's gonna
mint.
stay there. Yeah, she's gonna stay there and
is.
get that D.
Because then
She
no,
doesn't care about LA. LA is for trashy, lonely people
Yeah.
who don't know how to make pancakes.
But is she also going to stay
now.
at her marketing job? Or is that over?
No,
No,
she never
she
went to that damn job anyway. She
wasn't
didn't
good
even
at
know
that job
the
anyway.
company went under.
she's even given up on Hawaii because Noah goes, Hawaii's got nothing on us. No, you're
I got
actually
it. I was
extremely
trying to think. So I was thinking way too pragmatically here. Yeah.
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 Hawaii literally
Yes.
has everything on your little
Everything.
town.
Yes. Everything.
And they have mint.
yeah.
That was
Listen.
that was a really terrible film.
It was terrible.
A woman without a man is a sad Christmas, but a woman with a man suddenly learns that she can wear solid colors and not only patterns.
Y'all,
And then they kiss. The movie ends, and then we get this like 2-minute EPK of just Ree Drummond just talking about.
I am so excited to be part of a holiday movie. This
so
is the
fun.
first time I've ever been on a real movie set.
You'll never get me to leave because I'm undead.
I will. And her, bless her heart. I mean, I guess she's just making a like Lucille Ball choice, but I mean, that is beyond red. It's just like she looks like a Simpsons character come to life with the color of her hair.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is. It just I thought it was funny that she has such a small role, but they dedicate the entire thing to her at the
Entire
end,
thing
and they
to
don't even let the poor other actors who like what that like.
And she never.
What if she financed the whole movie?
She must have.
Because
She probably have, because you should have had Molly fucking eat a brownie bite, and when she eats a brownie bite, that's where she gets the idea to start a mint business with fucking Noah.
Or just yes. Or she at least
Yeah.
says, "I wonder where
So
I can
make
find this recipe. I wonder if it's on FoodNetwork.com."
Yeah.
Easy.
Make Ree
I'll-
Drummond a part of like whatever.
Yes, you're
whatever.
right. That should have been an inspirational.
You know
moment.
what?
Well,
This is like-
there should have been
This
some
is like a
candy coat, if
hookup where I
anything.
don't know their name. I'm investing too much in it
Yes,
already.
you are.
Yes, you are. You're all crying
And
at
it's
the
probably
end. You're
gone
like,
on
why?
too long. So everyone, well,
Oh, B. All we really learned about Ree Drummond is that she likes mint lube. In this whole movie, that's all.
Don't
that's
put
all
it
I'm
on your
gonna remember
insides,
from this
though.
movie.
Don't put it on your. Y'all, thank y'all for doing this with us.
Thank you.
This
It's
was
always
so fun.
wonderful.
It is
I know
so
we've
was so
aged a lot,
fun.
but it's now become our holiday tradition, and I love it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. So thank you guys. Remember, everyone, you can check out Reality Gays at realitygays.com and check them out also on social media and buy tickets to their live shows. You can check us out at watchwhatcrappens.com and also come to our live shows.
Yeah,
In
you guys
fact,
are
all of us
touring,
shows
too.
Together. Yeah, and as a reminder, this was all on video, so if you want to see it, patreon.com for both of us. So thanks, everyone. Thanks,
It's
you
as
guys.
long as Game of Thrones. Love you guys.
But ends better.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.